Hi guys, this is my sweet man, Frankie, and he has not been feeling good for a few days. He's not eating good, and he goes through these phases that he does this, but this time I noticed that he sounds a little stuffy. So I'm gonna show you how I nebulize. Be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna nebulize him. So we're gonna look at them green eyes. Isn't he beautiful? Sorry about the dogs. All right, I'm gonna put him in the carrier. I started using a nebulizer years ago when I had a really sick cat. This is my Misty, that was chronically ill with upper respiratory infections. An integrative vet that I was going to at the time suggested that I start to nebulize her at home. And I did, and wow, what a difference it made. As you could see, it really made her feel better. Okay, so I have my nebulizer, my saline solution, which I will share the link in the descriptions, and then I like to add this to it. This is immune support colloidal silver, and it's specifically for pets. Before we dig into this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more upcoming videos on natural cat health. So in the cup for the nebulizer, you're just going to add the saline solution specifically for nebulizers. And then I like to add about 5 drops of the colloidal silver. So after trying to figure out how to get the mouthpiece to work with the carrier, I realized that if you stick the mouthpiece through the grids on the door of most carriers, you can put it at the perfect height for the cat and then attach the other part once it's in. You want to make sure that the piece is as straight as possible. So as you can see, I pulled it towards the edge of the counter so that the hose could just hang off. Another great option is to buy these little nebulizers that they have now that are very tiny, and you could just set it inside the carrier with the cat. I would suggest maybe tying it to the cat carrier door so that it doesn't fall over. No big deal if it does. You just are going to have to refill it. And of course, you don't need the mouthpiece on it. You just want the steam part. You can leave the mouthpiece on, but there's no need to put that on for the kitties. I'll put a link for one of these in the description too. Once you have the nebulizer all set up, what you're going to do is take a blanket or a towel and cover the entire carrier. This way, the mist that comes out of the nebulizer is going to stay inside. My dogs are keeping a close eye to make sure that I'm doing this correctly. But as you can see with the carrier, I have the blanket covering the entire thing, the front, the sides, and the back. This way, if Frankie walks away from that mouthpiece, it's okay because the mist is going to stay in there and he'll be able to inhale it. So I just nebulize until the little cup is empty. As you can see here, the mist is coming out by Frankie. With my Misty, I used to nebulize her so often that I actually would feed her meals in here, and she would just go in there and eat her meals and get nebulized. It was lovely. So let's talk about the difference between nebulizers, vaporizers, and humidifiers. Humidifiers are very safe, and they're great to add moisture to a dry room, but there's no medicine being delivered through them. Vaporizers, some medications could be added to them, but they do boil the water, and it's not going directly into a mouthpiece or in a cat carrier in our case. It's going into an entire room. They're not very safe to have low to the floor by animals or young kids because, again, it is boiling the water to make the steam. Vaporizers are also great for adding moisture to a dry room. Nebulizers actually make a very light mist that is very breathable and can be brought into deep into the nasal cavity or the lungs. So you can use something natural like we're doing here today with the colloidal silver, or sometimes your vet will prescribe a prescription drug that will help with cats that have asthma, or if they need a stronger medication for their upper respiratory infection. Once you are done with the process, simply remove the blanket and set your kitty free.